This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's a day to remember those who paid the ultimate price. Good evening and thank you for sharing part of your Memorial Day with FYI. I'm Ken Cara. On this day, Americans stop and pause to remember those who fought and died for our freedom. Our Lisa Sugar talked with Senator John Udechak at a recent Peace Officer Memorial in Hazleton about the significance of this last Monday in May.
The Memorial Day holiday holds special significance to us all, and one person that knows the meaning of it all too well is Pennsylvania State Senator John Udechak. Senator, thank you so much for being here with us. Talk about what you believe the true meaning of Memorial Day is.
Well, it's the families in northeastern Pennsylvania, the families of Pennsylvania, the families of this great country coming together to honor those that sacrificed so much of their time, their lives, those that paid the ultimate sacrifice to defend our freedom, defend our way of life. It's a special time. I always love going to the ceremonies across northeastern Pennsylvania. All the great communities here in Luzerne County put together great parades to honor those who served. And we should never forget, never forget those that served, those that paid the ultimate price so that we can be free, that we can enjoy this great democracy and this great country.
We hear beautiful music playing as we're talking here right now, very appropriate for our interview today. I guess what message would we want to send to those who do serve our country?
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your commitment to this great country of ours. Thank you to the families. And sometimes we forget that the wives, that the husbands, those that go over and serve, we honor them, but we forget there's also tremendous sacrifice on the part of the families, the mothers and the fathers whose sons did not return. Remember those families. Remember that those families also paid a price. On Memorial Day, think of our veterans. Think of the great men and women of America's armed forces. Thank them for their service, and thank God for this great country of ours.
Thank you so much for speaking with us as many gather with family and friends on Memorial Day. Please remember those who have fought for our freedom, and we wish everyone a happy and blessed Memorial Day.
For veterans, this day has special meaning. Lisa Sugar sat down with two local veterans to get their perspective.
On this Memorial Day, what a better way to spend it than talking with two men who have served our country. I'm pleased to be joined by Mr. Frank Rice, who is the first Vice Commander of Ashland American Legion Post 434, and the commander of that post, Mr. Dan Weichel. Thank you both, first of all, for your service, and thank you both for joining me here today. On Memorial Day and all through the year, we have to think of those who have made our lives possible. So what message would you have to people knowing that you served our Army and our United States?
Well, I'm very proud to serve in the United States Army, and I'm proud to fight for my country. And the people who are doing it now, I'm very proud of you for doing it and serving.
And how important is it on Memorial Day that we hold ceremonies throughout our communities so that people don't forget?
Well, it's to show respect and respect for our service people that are doing it, and it shows the reason why we are doing it, to fight for our country, to keep it safe and free.
Well, very nicely said. And Frank, I know that you've served and your son has served as well. We had talked with you last year around this time. He's back from Iraq, thankfully, safe and sound. So tell us what it means to your family when Memorial Day comes around each year.
Actually, our son Chris is fourth generation to wear an Army uniform. My grandfather fought in World War I. My dad was World War II. He saw some of the heavy stuff at places like Anzio and Casino and North Africa. And I served during the Cold War. I was a Cold War vet. My service, as far as my son, my dad, my grandfather, and the commander, is, I see it kind of minimal. I served my time. To our family, it means a lot because, like I said, we're 4 generations, and we were fortunate enough not to lose anyone in a war, but had friends that passed, and it means a lot to us. To us, it's just kind of a solemn day. It's like, you know, like some religions, they have their holy days of obligation. That's kind of our day of obligation, where we say prayers, and it's kind of a quiet day. It's not celebrations like a lot of people do.
Well, the post that you are serving right now, the American Legion post, which is in Ashland, post 434, you tell me that there's significance for who that is named after as well.
Yeah, it's a young man by the name of Bernard J. Dolan. He was the first person, first soldier to die from the borough of Ashland. He was an ambulance driver, and he died in France in 1918. He was, age-wise, I think he was around 20 years old. There were quite a few from Schuylkill County that passed away. He was one of 6 from Ashland area that passed due to the war. But he was the first from Ashland, and this is why our post is named after him.
Well, again, gentlemen, it's a pleasure to talk with both of you. Thank you for your service. And on this Memorial Day, I hope you'll do the same and go thank a veteran who has made this day possible.
Thank you, Lisa. We'll check in with you one more time when we come back after break, but let's stay here right now. So I want to ask, how are you celebrating this Memorial Day? Text your holiday photos to 570-956-3393, or you can email them to lisa@ssptv.com along with a description. We'll air them this week on FYI. Here's also a reminder to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/FYI News 13. And we want to say congratulations to Teresa Hallahan, Mark Berger, and Stephen Beltz, who won tickets to WWE SmackDown at Mohegan Sun Arena. Tickets must be picked up tomorrow at our studios. Private message us on Facebook or call and leave your name and number at 570-459-9813, extension 104. This Friday, one lucky Facebook fan will win 2 tickets to the Axalta We Paint Winners 400 race on June 7th at the Pocono Raceway. These are Bistro Chalet tickets. Go to facebook.com/FYI News 13. Like our page to be eligible to win. Coming up, holiday travel tips from PennDOT and more from the Penn State Coaches Caravan that was in our area last Thursday.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's Monday and we're here at Core Fitness. We want to welcome you back to our beautiful facility, but we know that the weather is getting nice and it's time to start getting outside. And I've been telling you for months that it was coming, time for you to take off the heavy coats, and all of a sudden it's here. And it seems like it snuck up on us, but you had some time. Don't fret. If you still need to do a couple things, I want to show you 4 exercises today that you can do every single day and get your arms and your abs ready for the season to be outside and bearing some skin, okay? So we're going to do either sets of these in 15 reps, or you can do them timed 30 seconds each. 2 arm exercises and 2 all over core and back and ab exercises. The first one, we have a chair set up and we're going to work the back of the arm, which is a huge problem area for women, okay? So you're going to place your hands on the edge of your chair and you're going to come out, and the elbows are going to go straight back and you're going to press back up. Now remember, you're breathing through these. You want to focus on the back of the arm, squeeze up at the top, give it a little extra squeeze, and you'll start to feel these immediately. So again, 30 seconds or 15 of those. Second is a push-up on a chair, okay? These may seem like they won't be difficult, but trust me, after 30 seconds, they will. So you're gonna bring your chest down, squeeze. Okay, make sure you can put these against a wall. You can put your hands against a wall, or you can do them this way. If you're hardcore, you can go right down to the floor and do a full push-up. First ab exercise on your back, okay? Alternate up, exhaling as you lift, up to the knee, or you can take it straight up to the leg. Again, 30 seconds, or because we're alternating, we want to do 16. We're gonna roll over to plank, okay? And here we're gonna hold a straight line from the feet out to the top of the head, or down to the knees, out to the top of the head. Abs tight. Now this is an all over exercise. What we're gonna start to do is rock forward on the toes, working the shoulders and the lower abdominal wall. Okay, walking your hands back, carefully rolling up. Okay, so there's your 4 exercises. Try them out. You'll be ready in no time. See you next Monday.
FYI is sponsored by Valley High on Route 93 in West Hazleton. Stop in and enjoy some great food and ice cream. Valley High is the Hazleton area's hotspot in the summer. According to AAA, nearly 40,000 Wilkes-Barre area residents are projected to travel this Memorial Day. FYI's Lisa Sugart has some tips for travelers.
Well, today many people will be taking to the highways because it is the Memorial Day holiday weekend. And here to talk about it and to how to keep you safe is James May, who is the Regional Press Director for PennDOT. James, what advice do you have for people? Because so many are out and about. How big of a travel day is this?
Well, AAA estimates that there's about 37 million people who will be traveling over the Memorial Day holiday. So very, very busy travel season. And it's also the kickoff for our summer travel season. Obviously, between Memorial Day and Labor Day, it's a very, very busy time. And Memorial Day is happening one of the earliest times it can happen, and Labor Day is happening one of the latest times it can happen. So the good news is that it's a very long summer, but that means a lot of traveling that people will be doing over the summer. A few things. One, be careful for motorcycles. This is the time of year, obviously, where there's a lot of motorcycles on the road. If you are a motorcycle rider, we do offer a free motorcycle course. It's PAMSP, Pennsylvania Motorcycle Safety Program. You can go online and get information about that. Also today, if you're coming back from visiting Grandma and Grandpa or someplace along the road, you can stop. You'll see various coffee breaks that we're offering along the side of the road. These are nonprofit groups, Boy Scout groups, church groups, fire departments that are out technically donating coffee, but they'll have a little coffee jar there. They hope that you'll throw a couple dollars in to help them out. And it's a good way just to get out of the car and stretch as you're traveling this Memorial Day holiday. But it is a very, very busy time, and just make sure that you're safe out there. Make sure you're wearing your seatbelt, not texting and driving. Also, this is the time of year, unfortunately, depending how you look at it, there's a lot of construction taking place. So make sure that you're slowing down and obeying all the laws and the speed limits within the work zones as well.
And when people are going out and traveling, there are places they can go to find out if there's any like traffic problems, anything in advance, so they know to avoid those areas. You
can either call 511 from your cell phone, 511 PA from your online. You can go to the website, or we also send out a weekly alert from our office. If you just email me directly, jamay@pa.gov. We send that out usually on every Friday afternoon. Just give folks an idea of what's taking place here in northeastern Pennsylvania as far as the construction. Construction's taking place, and we need to do it. It's a necessary evil, so to speak. But it will be taking place. But as long as people know what to expect throughout the summer, well, I find that they're much more understanding when they at least know what's happening.
All right, some very good advice as you travel on this Memorial Day and all through the summer driving season.
Thank you, Lisa, for all your hard work, and thank you to Boyer Insurance Agency, who sponsors FYI. They have two locations to serve you. One is on Sugarloaf Avenue in Cunningham. Their other location is on Broad Street in Nescopec. You can call them in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescopec at 570-752-7683. Sports is next on FYI. We have more from Penn State's Coaches Caravan, and Ron Marchetti is here.
80 years of business here in Greater Hazleton. We're back at Friedman Electric in the showroom. We're back with Lisa Connect to tell you about some other items aside from lighting that you can purchase right here in Hazleton. Lisa, thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
All right, security. Everyone's concerned about security and keeping their home and their family safe. You actually offer some items.
We do. In addition to security lighting, which is the easiest way to secure your home, we also have camera systems.
Okay.
They can be as simple as a simple wireless system, where they're actually a package deal. You get 4 of these little cameras. They talk wirelessly to the DVR. It's a pretty simple setup. You do have to power the cameras to more complicated custom systems, custom wired systems. And we will sit down with you and we'll talk to you about, and actually visit the site if needed, and talk to you about, what would be the best system for seeing everything that you want to see on your cameras.
Something nice about coming to a local business like Friedman Electric is you get that one-on-one attention, and you get people that are experienced. So how long have you been here, and how long have you been working with this kind of equipment?
I've been here for 8 years, and we've been selling cameras as long as I've been here. We've seen an upswing in it, you know, in people's interest in the security cameras. So we're doing a lot more of that these days. We also have a specialist in our company that works for all of the Friedman stores, that is all he does. And so if there's something that I can't help you with or Jerry can't help you with, then Phil would be more than glad to come out and take a look and help. And we've done several systems in the area successfully.
Good. All right, so when you think of Friedman Electric, think lighting, but also think security cameras. You have the heated floor system and all kinds of items here. We want you to participate in shopping local. Friedman Electric is celebrating 80 years in business. They have a Facebook page and they have a website, so you can either stop by Hazleton or you can check them out online. And we're here in downtown Hazleton, again, with Friedman Electric, and join us every week here on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Everyone watching right now can say they had Penn State football head coach James Franklin at their Memorial Day party. I know he's a Pepsi drinker, so I hope you have some. Actually, I don't know that, but I assume since Penn State is a Pepsi school, he'd be okay with me saying that. I didn't ask James Franklin what his favorite beverage is during Penn State's coach's caravan stop in Wilkes-Barre, but I did get in some other questions.
Coach, how important was that Pinstripe Bowl? You kind of bookend those two really exciting games, the beginning of the year and the end of the year last year. How big was that to end the season like that for the players who are coming back, for the coaching staff? Was it that important, or was it just a nice reward at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think it's valuable. I think the extra practices are valuable, like everybody always talks about, especially if you use them that way. I think you just think about all the positive things right now that are falling into place. Getting the opportunity to go back to bowls was important. Getting the opportunity to get the scholarships back was important. Winning that game in an exciting way on national television, I think, is always helpful. Having one of the top recruiting classes in the country was important. So I think there's just a lot of positive things. Retaining our staff, a lot of positive things falling into place for us, and now we can use some of that momentum to continue to build. We still got a lot of work to do. I think there's a little bit of a sense, in my opinion, with the fans and some of the media that the sanctions ended, so everything's better. It's over. And, we've been on these sanctions for 3 years, so it's going to take some time. We're the second youngest team in college football last year. So I think last year we had 13 seniors. I think this year we have 11 seniors. So we're still really young. Our team is going to be dominated by true freshmen, redshirt freshmen, and sophomores. That's probably going to be like that for a couple of years. So, I'm excited. I'm excited about where we're going, but the bowl was a great way to kind of spring us forward into the off season and be prepared for this, this upcoming season.
I also asked Franklin about this photo that was posted to Twitter by Penn State football of Franklin and some of the recent graduates on the football team.
The picture was awesome because we're always looking for ways to differentiate ourselves. And we went out there to take the picture again like we do every year, and I see the pictures all over the building, which we're really proud of, all the graduation pictures, but they're all these boring, standard pictures. So I said, this is not how a graduation picture in my mind should look. We should be fired up. We should be jacked up. So after we took the pictures that they wanted us to take, I said, well, we're going to take a couple pictures like this. And people got a kick out of it. It kind of went viral on Twitter, and people having fun with it. And I think you'll see next year when graduation pictures come out, there'll be a bunch of people do different things. I've seen that now. There's stuff that we put out on social media, and then next year there's 25 other programs doing something similar.
Off the top of his head, Franklin added that he thinks 6 of his players got straight A's, 51 had a 3.0 grade point average or higher, and 31 true freshmen received a 3.0 grade point average in their first semester. Franklin says he got a ton of questions about his quarterback Christian Hackenberg during the caravan. Hackenberg's family is from the Tamaqua area, and he was asked about that connection and Christian's connection with his family.
I think the fact that Christian's got such a supportive family with an athletic background is helpful. Because you have to be careful, because if you listen to all the people that are patting you on the back when things are going well, you also have to listen to all those same people when things aren't going well. And I get that, trust me. Coaches get that a lot as well.
We still have more from the Coaches Caravan coming soon on FYI. Lisa Sugar and I took a picture with the Pinstripe Bowl trophy at the FM Kirby Center, and we were so excited we probably could have posed like Franklin and his players in that graduation picture. Well, sports here on FYI is brought to you by Sand Springs Country Club Golf Course. Enjoy a round of golf and then some great food at their clubhouse. I love their wings. Had some pizza there once too. That was great. My golfing, not so great, but it's always fun at Sand Springs. Call 570-788-5845 extension 1 to set up a tee time.
Happy birthday to my wife, Chris, who is celebrating her first day of life on this day. I don't want to remember my last. Her birthday has been celebrated several times this month. Anyway, 80 years ago today, Babe Ruth hit his last home run. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. But it's almost over, and so is this weekend, but it's the beginning of summer. Hi, everybody. This is Trivia Treats, and we'll make it a short one so you can get back to your cookout. 60 years ago, on May 30th, the winner of the Indy 500 in 1953 and 1954, Bill Vukovich, was leading in the 1955 Indianapolis 500 by 17 seconds as he hit a three-car pileup on lap 57. Vukovich's car became airborne while veering off the course on the back of the straightaway. He landed upside down and caught fire. Vukovich died a few hours after the crash due to a skull fracture. Till today, no one has ever won 3 Indy 500s in a row since 1955, when Bill Vukovich was on his way to his third straight before being killed on that 57th lap. Turning to baseball, and another trivia for you. Most true baseball fans know that Babe Ruth hit 714 lifetime home runs. But here's the question. What was unusual about the Babe's final 3 home runs? Answer: playing for the Boston Braves during his 11-7 loss against the Pirates at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh on May 25, 1935, exactly 80 years ago today. Babe Ruth belted 3 home runs to give him a total of 714. Second on that career list was Rogers Hornsby with an even 300 at that time. Way less than Ruth. The Bambino's dominance was mind-boggling. The Babe's final home run cleared the double-decked right field grandstand for the first time anyone ever hit one over the roof in those stands since they were built in 1925. And it would not happen again until Ted Beard of the Pirates did it in 1950, 15 years later. Ruth batted for his last time ever after hitting 3 in a row. In the top of the 9th, he singled and called for a pinch runner. 7 days later, June 2nd, 1935, he retired. But the fact remains, Babe Ruth's final home run at age 41 may have been the longest one he ever hit. And his last 3 were in the same game. Till Friday. Stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 14th birthday to Dimitri Rhett Ford of Hazleton. Love from Mom, Dad, and Adriana. Our Talk of the Town report, the Hazleton Area Public Library will be holding the program Samuel D. Burr Speaks on the Civil War Era, Thursday, May 28th in the Community Room. This is an educational and interpretive program about the Underground Railroad. The program is open to the public and free of charge. Registration is strongly recommended and can be placed by calling 570-454-2961. And finally, a benefit golf tournament will be held for Aubrielle Marsicano Sunday, June 28th at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. Golfers and hole sponsors are now being accepted. More information about this tournament, please contact the Valley Country Club Pro Shop, 570-788-1194. That's tonight's Talk of the Town.
Thanks to all of you for watching, and a special thanks to all of our veterans, past and present. Until Tuesday, take it easy, everyone.